This is Joseph on behalf of GeneBookner.com. Cooling out here with the man, the myth, the Logan, Mr. Daniel himself.
How you doing, guys?
What's up? We got a couple of Mandalorian coolsters hanging out. We got Mini Boba Fett freshen out. My man,
Future right here.
the future.
You are the future, my boy.
Mr. Daniel,
What's up?
tell us what we all want to know.
No. Right? If I am anything in the next Star Wars, I'll be the water boy or the kitchen help.
Okay, so how many towels were you going to be preparing for this, and are they going to be steamed?
No, I don't steam them. I just fold them. I'm a better folder than steamer. But hey, you got to know your talent. You know what I mean? You got to start somewhere.
Yes.
What about you, Mini Boba?
Exactly.
You have it.
So we're over here enjoying Silicon Valley Comic-Con with Daniel Logan, Mini Boba Fett, and a bunch of Mandalorian tricksters. What's the coolest thing you've seen so far here?
You know, it's been pretty cool. Everything's been pretty cool, man. Driving in was pretty phenomenal. I saw the lines that were wrapping around the blocks, you know, and to see that, especially in such a young convention like Silicon, it was a beautiful sight because you see longevity here.
Yeah.
That means that the people of Silicon Valley and San Jose and San Francisco are all going to have a convention of their own where they don't have to travel to San Diego in order to be able to go to a convention, you know? And I can see my little clone brother more often. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, he definitely looks up to you. He definitely does. Like literally.
Well, now, that's what they say. Only because I'm taller than him. Give it a couple more years, he'll be taller than me, and I'll be looking up to him.
What's some of your favorite details about going to places like this and showing up at these events? I mean, I can't even imagine.
You know, to tell you the truth, the conventions are a blessing, to tell you, man. Like, not only have they been able to help me, but they have my family, my friends. Not only be able to travel, you know, to see the world, to be able to be a part of this world, financially. I mean, these are a blessing on a blessing, you know. And to have this in my life, I love coming to them. People say, hey, you've been coming for 15 years or so, you know, what's up with it? Don't you ever get bored or tired? I'm like, man, you can never get tired, especially when you see the young generation coming, you know. I feel like this is a marathon, and I was running first, but he's actually running faster and quicker than me now, you know. So I'm watching him now progress and see where he's going to go and be able to watch all the kids that I've been able to watch grow up, you know. And that's a blessing for me, man. I love watching the younger generation coming up and still having enthusiasm for Star Wars, sci-fi, conventions, you know. Because without that, we wouldn't have these anymore, man, and then they would be gone.
Exactly. Now, speaking of younger generations, we got some news of some news. This man right here just had a newborn not that long ago. How does that feel, especially, you know, knowing that you got to be a part of the Star Wars universe? You know, what are you thinking about for little man?
You know, it's been one of the best things in my life to be a father. I love him, you know. My heart melts every time I think about him. Like, when my wife was pregnant, I used to do this weird rub my stomach feeling. I don't know why. I almost felt like I was pregnant. But being a father has really changed my mindset, my outlook. But it's also helped, like, in so many ways. Like, before I used to have nothing to do. I was really bored. Now I got a little homie to hang out with, you know? So I'm like, hey, come on, let's go and watch this video. Or let me read you this book, you know? And we have, like, our routine. Like, I wake up, we hang out, you know, I read him a book, and then we put on a Disney Channel movie. Then we watch that. Usually he falls asleep during it, you know, and it's just, it's the coolest thing, you know. I have an excuse to be lazy again.
Yeah, and then, so do you have an excuse to get him started in his Mandalorian training a little bit sooner?
Well, you know, I got this guy and his dad and mom, so I think I'm going to have an armor here soon, you know. He might donate me his baby Boba armor, you know, so you never know, you know, work in progress, but I don't think he's going to be able to not have an armor, you know, and I think as soon as he pulls that little helmet off his head and he sees his little face, it's going to be the cutest little thing, just like this guy. So, yeah, he's going to be submerged in this world so heavily, he's not going to have a choice, you know, but it's not a bad thing, it's a great thing.
No, absolutely, and it's great that, you know, we get to have people like yourselves here at events like this and get to hang out and, you know, share all these fun times, laughs, a couple of drinks, a little bit of food, perhaps.
You know, I think for me, I talk too much. You know, people stand in my line like, man, shut up, like, move along, you know. But then they get to me and they get a 20-minute conversation too, and they're like, well, this is great, you know. But I don't know. For me, I try to give the best of me and the most of me as I can, because it is a really wonderful thing about it. Come sit behind the table and people 17, 18 years later still tell you how wonderful you were and how great of a job you did, and I'm like, thank you so very much.
Well, you haven't lost a step, let me tell you, man.
Losing it, man. I just got to keep working twice as hard to keep the same pace as I was running the last, before. But yeah, I love this. I love this world.
Yeah, and we love you too, man. Hey, thanks for taking a couple minutes out of your time to talk with us on behalf of GeneBookNerd.com and JBN Media.
Guys, if you're at home and you like to read, make sure you follow GeneBookNerds.com and follow her on GeneBookNerd.com. Love you guys. Hey, follow Mini Boba Fett. He's my clone brother. Also, follow GeneBookNerd.com. They got the best stuff on nerds and books.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate you, bro.